Salt Bae was never supposed to last this long. He was a meme with a moustache, a glorified waiter who got famous for throwing salt on steak like it was cocaine. But instead of disappearing like every other viral star that had their moment, he did something much worse. He stuck around, and now he's still posing, still flexing, still doing the same exact salt move 8 years later. The difference is now it's to a room that's no longer laughing. Nobody cares anymore, because in 2025, Salt Bae isn't funny, cool, or iconic. He's just sad, pathetic, and desperate. This is the tragic and painfully awkward story of how Salt Bae tried to stay famous and ended up embarrassing himself in the process. Now, it's no secret that I'm not Salt Bae's biggest fan. I mean, after all, I've already done 4 videos on him. And the reason is because Salt Bae's entire brand is literally built on one meme. I mean, how does a man in sunglasses that just slices steak and tosses salt like he's blessing a corpse last 8 years? That was 2017. Fast forward to 2025, he's still doing it. The only difference is that now it's even more cringy than it was 5 years ago. Now, don't get me wrong, Salt Bae definitely cashed in on a very opportunistic moment, and for that, I will give him props. I mean, there was a time when Salt Bae's restaurants were a celebrity magnet. You had Leonardo DiCaprio nodding at him in slow motion, David Beckham posing with steaks, Drake, DJ Khaled, and even the Kardashians pulling up just to be seen with the guy. But now, in 2025, no one's showing up. Salt Bae's Instagram hasn't featured a single A-list celebrity appearance in months, and the ones that do show up, yeah, they kind of look like they were dragged there at gunpoint. A Reddit user said it perfectly. It's like watching a nightclub promoter who used to know celebrities but now just keeps photoshopping himself in. Because that's the world we now live in. Everything we see on Instagram is enhanced, and the creators we follow are often exposed for having fake followers or bot comments. And Salt Bae is no different. Listen to some of the comments that I have found on Salt Bae's Instagram account. Wow, Chef Meaty, very beauty, do my dream come true someday. Legend of Salt Sprinkle, make my heart feel wow. You show us real food, man. Thank you for luxury, eat, bless. My family love this man of steak in golden time. I cry, watch this. Somehow I feel like I just lost 50 points of my IQ reading those out loud. But what's even more interesting is in some of my previous videos, people said, look, the guy's still got 53 million followers. He's not falling off. So let's dig a little deeper. Some of his recent posts only have 332 comments, another 323, another 78, and another 151. If you have 53 million followers and that's the kind of engagement you're getting, clearly your fans love you. But the clearest sign that the VIP clout of Salt Bae is dead, he keeps getting publicly rejected. Back in 2022, he got absolutely decimated online for clout chasing Messi after Argentina's World Cup win. He grabbed his arm, begged for selfies, even held the World Cup trophy like he'd won the damn thing. One Twitter user said, Salt Bae is the guy who sneaks into the after party, takes the pics with celebrities, and then captions them, great night with my close friend. Another said, Messi wanted him gone so bad, you can literally see the discomfort. But the worst part, he didn't stop there. Just this year, he tried to sneak into the UEFA Champions League final after party, and we all know how that went. He was kicked out by security after trying to push his way in uninvited. One witness actually wrote on Twitter, Salt Bae just got booted from the UEFA party. Bro was standing outside signing autographs like a sad magician. No one invites him, no one asks for him, but he keeps showing up, like the fame hasn't left him. And when the doors do close in his face, he stands outside signing autographs for nobody, pretending he's still important. That is not celebrity behavior. That is a man who cannot accept that the fame is gone. I mean, it's really quite sad and pathetic, and we've all seen it with so many different influencers, desperate to cling on to that fame and thirsty for attention. But Salt Bae continues to post cinematic steak shots, trying to convince the world that he's still on top, but the reality behind the scenes is brutal, and it's getting worse. His restaurants, which, as we all know, once were completely full and packed and queues outside, they're now just overpriced tourist traps with crumbling reputations and constant constant empty dining rooms. One ex-employee said on Reddit, half the customers only came in to film him sprinkling salt. Now that hype's over, they're realizing the food isn't worth $500. I mean, no offense, if you didn't know that beforehand, then you probably should go and get kicked in the head by a horse. A May 2024 TripAdvisor review for the New York location read, place was half empty, steak was bland, waiters seemed embarrassed to even work there, the illusion is gone. But yet Salt Bae keeps posting like none of this is happening. No mention of the emptiness, no mention of closures. A user on Reddit's Cringetopia thread said, this dude is actively pretending his brand isn't collapsing like he's living in the highlight reel of 2018. And what's worse, even the influencers don't care anymore. He used to be featured weekly in food content. Now he's completely absent from the Explore page, from TikToks for You, or collabs with big name creators. A creator on TikTok said it bluntly, we don't even parody him anymore. That's how irrelevant he is. I mean, I remember a time when Salt Bae stirred outrage. Overpriced food, lawsuits, dictator dinners, and staged photo ops with celebs. But now, he doesn't even get backlash. Because you can't cancel someone the internet has already forgotten. One top comment on a TikTok parody of him said, Salt Bae used to make people mad, but now he just makes them cringe. And another from Twitter with over 40,000 likes said, he really turned clout into currency, and now he's broke on both. Nobody's fighting with him anymore. Nobody's calling him out. They're just pointing, laughing, and scrolling on. A Reddit user put it best. Salt Bae isn't part of the discourse. He's not problematic. He's pathetic. He's a has-been, still filming like the spotlight never moved. And one reply added, he's the Vine star that never left, just aging in meme years. His last real moment of controversy was probably this year at the UEFA Champions League final, but even that wasn't really controversial. It was sad because the internet's moved on. He keeps uploading like he's still relevant. He keeps doing press photos. He keeps posting fan edits that were made in 2019. He treats himself like a legend, but the rest of us, we treat him like the living meme that overstayed its welcome. A TikTok creator summarized it perfectly. Salt Bae is what happens when you build your entire identity around a moment and then try to stretch it for a decade. And boy, did he stretch it. But the problem is, he has no idea how to do anything else, let's be honest. A Reddit user said, does Salt Bae even know how to be a real human anymore? It's like watching a chef develop Stockholm syndrome for his own meme. And another one joked, he's not a restaurateur, he's a full-time cosplayer of a guy who was famous 8 years ago. I mean, think about it. He can't stop doing the salt pose because it's the only thing keeping him semi-relevant. He can't change his aesthetic because the entire brand is built on his look, and he can't pivot into YouTube or reality shows or legit cooking content because there's actually no substance behind his performances. I mean, even his captions sound like they're written by AI to stimulate swagger. Legends never die. Good meat, good life. Hashtag salt life. Hashtag gold steak. Hashtag luxury food. But it's all empty. One Twitter user summed it up, Salt Bae is like a haunted Vine account. He posts like it's 2017 and nobody told him that Vine got shut down. He's not selling food. He's not selling culture. He is selling the memory of someone that used to be famous, hoping that we will still buy it. So, in a way, he's become a fossil. I mean, he had the perfect exit. If he had walked away in 2019, he would have walked away as a global meme legend. A viral flash who literally turned steak into performance and then turned that performance into a multi-million-dollar empire. But he didn't. He stayed and stayed and stayed. And what was once iconic became exhausting. What was once entertaining became embarrassing. And what was once a moment became a man's entire identity. A Reddit user said, Salt Bae didn't just fall off. He stayed on too long and rotted in front of us. He built his empire around a gimmick and refused to evolve. He clung to the spotlight long after it had moved on. And now he's not famous. He's furniture. He's literally the digital version of theme park animatronics, repeating the same pose, same content, same script, hoping that someone will still care. But here's the truth. Nobody's paying attention. The meme is dead. The audience have left the theater, and Salt Bae, he's just standing on an empty stage, sprinkling salt into the void.